what will their biggest obstacle be?
The schedule, the West, having to go through 3 of those teams, Malika, that's going to be really difficult. More difficult, I think, than last year. The Lakers ought to be a more difficult out, much more difficult than they were a year ago.
Sure.
And whoever's on deck after that and after that. So I don't think this is it a fait accompli? Let's not go there. I think the Denver Nuggets start the playoffs as the best team in all of basketball, higher than the Celtics on my list. But it can wear you out by the time you get to the 3rd of those Western Conference opponents.
Yep.
Whoever you have to go through next even can take you out. So I just think the schedule alone is going to work against them. This sort of, you got to slog through 3 really difficult opponents that seem properly motivated, the personnel to upset you, right? And then your own situation. Are you going to remain healthy? Nobody's going to twist an ankle on Denver's team, and we've seen that already in these play-in games. So what is Denver facing in terms of just the opponents? It's a murderer's row, if you will.
I agree with you 1,000% on everything you said, and a little bit more. Are they going to get complacent, right? Like when you think about making that first run or winning the NBA championship, the hunger, the desire is there, right? Like the sense of urgency.
Right.
Are they going to get comfortable? The Denver Nuggets, like, do they want it that bad? It's going to be harder for them this season. And Wilbon just talked about how deep the Western Conference is, right? Others are going to have to, how great the Western Conference is, others are going to have to step up, right? We think about how valuable Bruce Brown was on that team. Jeff Green, Uncle Jeff as they call him.
Yeah.
Is Christian Braun going to take that leap? Is Reggie Jackson going to be reliable?
Peyton Watts.
Right. Is Michael Porter Jr., is he going to elevate his game and be able to match the energy of some of these teams that actually have a 3rd star? Those are the questions. Is the Denver Nuggets the best team in the Western Conference? Yes, but it's not by a large margin.
They are the favorites in the West. They've been the favorites in the West. The field is harder. The bench, a little less proven, a little helter-skelter. Those are real things. This is going to be a harder path than it was last year, starting with the Lakers team that has found a real offense, an effective offense for the first time in 2 or 3 years. And I think they can hang in these games a little better than they did last year because they can score now. But one thing I'm not worried about with the Denver Nuggets, sorry to disagree with you on a Friday, Perk, I'm not worried about complacency with this group. I think this group is hungry. I think they know from the top of the organization to the 15th guy on the bench, they have an all-time special player in Nikola Jokic and a very finite chance here to do something special with him in his prime. Jamal Murray hasn't been complacent for 1 second of his entire freaking life. Neither is Michael Malone. I think these guys are coming in with the mindset of last year was last year, we're not satisfied. We want to do something special here that people in Denver and people around the NBA will remember forever. And the only way to do that is multiple championships. And the best way to do that is to do something no team has done since the Durant Warriors, and that's win 2 in a row. I think the hunger is there, but so is the competition.
Now, Zach, it is 2 difference, right? It's a difference. They could be hungry. We all get hungry at times. But are they starving? That's the thing, right? Last year, they were starving for a championship. I'm not questioning whether or not they have the hunger. Are they starving, right? Are they willing to go out there and
right.
Is their mindset saying, forget what we did last year. Let's approach this like we don't have a championship. And that's what I'm saying. When you get in the locker room, sometimes those loose balls that you were diving on the floor for last year, sometimes, you might not do it this year. Like, this is a real thing.
I want to try to boast at what I look like. I'm on fire. It's 88 over here.